business to entrepreneurs is kind of like the analogy that I like to use when it comes to the heart. The heart is pumping all the time, it's going all the time, and sometimes it pumps faster than others. So what I want to talk about when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to your heart pumping, it's kind of like business, and the last thing that you want to happen is when it's pumping fast and it's going at a fast speed, you want to be able to handle that. And the last thing you want to have happen in business and your heart is have a catastrophe happen.
Exactly.
And that's why you need to have a business mentorship. Now, where would you find someone like that? Lisa, where would you go?
You can call me.
Well, that's good because that's what we're going to talk about today. So welcome to Geeks Are Sexy. This show is sponsored by Platinum Physiques. Use promo code GEEK and go to platinumphysiques.com and get 10% off your membership sign-up fee. So Lisa Chastain, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for having me.
Absolutely. So I met you on Facebook, and I saw that you are a mentor for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And then when I even talked to you further, you help millennials, women millennials.
I do.
I absolutely love that. So to all you ladies out there that are into entrepreneurship, pay attention because this lady is going to be your new BFF. So Lisa, let's start with your journey. How did you become a mentor for entrepreneurs?
It's been a journey. Just like you said, I started 20 years ago as a leader in my high school, mentoring other students. A student at UNLV, became an advisor at UNLV, and mentoring students coming up through College of Business, through different academic studies at UNLV.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you helped people kind of teach them and guide them how to make it easier for them to graduate, what kind of things they need to do. An example to kind of make it, stress-free, as you would say.
Right, and prepare themselves not only inside the classroom but outside the classroom for any career that they're working toward.
Okay. So after you did that, where else did you go?
From there, I left UNLV to stay home with my son.
Oh, cool.
And I stayed home for a few years. And then I became a financial planner, financial advisor, and worked my way through the industry for a few years.
I like that.
Yeah, and so I loved teaching the fundamentals of finance and teaching people how to make the best out of their money. And I realized that what I really love, though, is the mentorship and the actual relationship with clients.
Interesting.
And that I thrive in that environment. And so I decided to go out on my own now. I'm a money coach.
I love that.
And I'm coaching
money
women.
coach. Now, when it comes to financials, people kind of get sketchy when they want to talk about certain things. And you have to say, hey, you got to be trustworthy with me. You got to let it all out. We got to get through some of these hurdles.
Sure.
And so when they lay it out and you kind of go over all the grounds, what are some of the changes that you see in your clients?
The biggest change I see out the gate is changing behaviors and limiting beliefs about money.
Oh, okay.
So we spend a lot of time in our heads about money.
I'm scared. Fearful.
And we spend a lot of time comparing ourselves to others. Like,
I know.
Oh, this and that. So I love to sit down and just open it up. And most of the time, it's not as bad as we think it is. And I get to provide that, one, that reassurance, and two, look at money types. We sit down and we say, what is your money type?
Right.
How does that drive the beliefs and the patterns that you've developed over time in your life? So immediately I can start to see results because, one, people that, you start to forgive yourself for any mistakes that you've made. Know that anything can be recovered and changed and transformed, and we start moving in a new direction.
I love that. So tell me some of the examples, and you don't have to use names, of the before and the afters of your clients where they come in and they're scared or they have a little bit of, nervousness, not knowing what to expect. And then afterwards, after you've kind of helped them and guided them, afterwards, how are they different?
Well, one client in particular, I won't use his name, although I work with women, this is one of my favorite stories. He was just terrified to look at his money. He's an entrepreneur, he owns a few businesses, and he just had a fear of saying, oh my gosh, this is just really bad, I don't want to look at it. So we sat down and I looked at his business, his savings, and he walked out with such relief. He was moving again. He was able to establish a new budget, stop pulling from one business to pay for the other. I mean, things changed pretty quickly once he realized that it wasn't as bad as he thought it was.
And that's funny that you asked, because I would think that when people have fear over money, they actually have health issues, and you actually help them get through those.
Right, and prioritize their spending.
Right. I would think headaches, lack of sleep, you name it. I'm sure people deal with it, and then sometimes they even benefit more by having you coach them.
Absolutely, and I want them to know they're not alone.
Yeah.
That they have someone to call now.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people deal with lots of fear when it comes to debt, when it comes to, dealing with life circumstances that could be new, or, they're jumping into something that they know that they want, but they kind of need a little more of a support, a support system. Absolutely. I love the fact that you were working with millennials, with women, and we were talking about business, and I wanted to know how millennials are different to how it used to be back in the day.
Sure.
And tell me the difference between the two of what you've kind of noticed from, let's say, entrepreneurs from when you saw in high school, and to now you see entrepreneurs that are in the millennial stage, but how are they different?
Well, back in high school, the internet was barely starting.
Everyone's like, Yahoo what? Google what?
Instant Messenger what?
Right?
So back then it was done more relationship-wise. Not that it isn't anymore, but anybody can start a business now online.
Right.
And so everyone can be an entrepreneur.
You can be the CEO just instantly.
It happens that way.
That's amazing.
But the difference with millennials is that millennials want it here, we want it now.
Right.
We're not patient, and when we start something on our own, the business world, usually back in the day, you worked your way up the ranks.
Right, kind of worked your way as a dishwasher, and then as a cocktail server, and then as maybe a manager part-time. So nowadays it's like you can just be your own boss, work at home, do a startup company, everything is pretty much online.
Right.
Which is just incredible, because beforehand it wasn't like that.
Right, but we still need mentors.
That's true. That's true. So, entrepreneur tip of the day. If you wanted to say something to some young entrepreneurs out there that have a goal and they want to strive for it, and they need a little more support, what would you say to them?
My biggest tip of the day is to hire a mentor.
There you go.
Someone who has proven results in what it is that you are looking to do yourself.
Right.
So, absolutely hire a mentor, learn from them.
That's right. So give out your .com.
Sure, LisaChastain.com, CHASTAIN.com, LisaChastain.com.
Awesome.
Yep.
And your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram?
At MoneyCoachC, all across the board, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Love it. And she loves to help out other women. Don't be afraid to reach out to her. She's a part of the Femme Mentorship. And so I just found her on Facebook. I just loved her energy. I could just tell from her posts that I was like, I want to know this lady. So thank you so much for coming on Geeks Are Sexy.
Thank you. Thanks
You're
for having
welcome.
me.
All right, don't go anywhere. You're watching Geeks Are Sexy on WCOBM.com.